This conference will now be recorded.
Recording is in progress. It didn't say so, but
All right, the Cottagerow Town Board will hold a public meeting beginning at 7 p.m. on Monday, September 20th, 2021. At the Town Hall at 4058 County Road N. You can also join the meeting by go to meeting. We have a quorum present. Meeting was posted at Town Hall and on the website. Call the meeting to order. We'll stand for the flag pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have the minutes of our August 30th meeting.
I move approval of both the special town board meeting August 30th and the regular town board meeting August 30th as presented.
Motion by Williams, second by DeClay to approve the minutes for August 30th. Special town board and the regular town board meeting as presented. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Finance report and approval of bill.
I see we got another payment from Purple Cow. $12.
We paid them.
We paid them.
We paid them?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's our yard lease.
yes.
Yeah, I see we're getting a little more in here now too. It's,
I would bet it's gonna probably be every week now.
leaves are falling.
I move approval of checks number 34895 through 34936 be paid.
Motion by DeClay. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Anders to approve checks 34,895 through 34,936 be paid. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. You also have your unaudited cash and investment balance of $2,302,884.94. And you have the August building permits.
Building permits as presented.
Second.
Motion by Anders, second by DeClay to approve the August building permits as presented. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. October 1st maybe for per diems?
Sounds good.
Any special notation you want us to put on there for that August 30th meeting?
No, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So when did you want? I didn't hear.
October
August or October 1st, that
1st,
Friday.
Friday.
Nothing new on anything
No.
else from the feds?
Nope.
Okay. Next item then is public concerns, public's opportunity to speak to town board about any subject that is not a specific agenda item. Anyone online? No? Any road right-of-way permits?
Got one in today. Alliant Energy, Intercon's gonna do the work. It's out on North Star Road. It's for that new building being built on the east side of the road. They wanna run power. So they gotta bore a little bit through the ditch because they've only got so many PEDs out there on that road.
Did you
So the P on there is wrong.
talk to the owner about the,
The right of way?
yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna,
I told him that he should have got a permit through working it for,
is he gonna restore it?
yeah.
What were they doing out there?
Now he took the banking down a little bit
They
or
did their
something
bank away.
on the ditch.
Really?
Yeah. On his side of it, on the
Yeah.
fence side. Yeah, I know he lowered it a little bit. He didn't realize that he didn't have to the road.
Oh, gee.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Anders to approve the road right-of-way permit,
Second.
second by Fonger. Any discussion on the motion to approve? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Review the August police activities, and we don't have an officer here. They're coming back from vacation. Any questions, we can relay it to them. Any questions, concerns?
Nope.
Moving on then. Discuss fundraising ideas for the Cottagerow Community Foundation. And we have Mr. Russell here.
I want to thank everyone for their time this evening. I'll try to keep it as brief as possible, but still
Thank you.
accomplishing what our objective is here. Like Chris said, my name is John Russell. I have been the unpaid volunteer executive director of the Cottagerow Community Foundation for about 3 years now. Started out as an idea back in 2018, and in 2019, our board met. I'll introduce Carrie Robbins. She's one of our foundation board members and current board secretary. We met for the first time in June of 2019. We have 5 board members, 2 are from the town, 3 are from the village. Everyone is very civic minded and involved in the community on a number of fronts. I think we have a very good composition of the board. We received IRS approval in the fall of 2019. When we actually got notified, it was about 2 weeks before COVID lockdown. So we've been, we've completed our strategic plan. We haven't been really fundraising as much as we would like to, just due to COVID, but we're actually increasing awareness by trying to get out and address the various boards, not only in Cottagerow, but we've also presented to the school board as well. The Cottagerow Community Foundation will improve the quality of life and people in the community it serves through the promotion and facilitation of charitable giving. And we plan to achieve this by focusing on 2 pillars. That's enhancing the places and enriching the people. Some themes that come out of our brainstorming session: parks and rec, outdoor activities with family focus. Cottagerow is big on history, and anything we can preserve or enhance those particular items is kind of the goal of the foundation. Back in the holidays of 2020, we did provide some gift certificates to the schools for families in need, whether that be for food or school supplies or Christmas presents. And we also awarded a $1,000 scholarship last spring to a Cottagerow resident senior from MG. And the board focused on frontline focus. We actually awarded the $1,000 scholarship to an individual here in Cottagerow that is going to Marquette to study medicine, become a doctor or a nurse. So 2022, it's kind of been, chicken or the egg here for about the better part of the last year. What is it we're raising funds for, or do we raise funds and then award grants? We do have a grant application form that's an individual can fill out until we get a lot of money in the bank. It's usually focused between a couple $100 all the way up to $1,500. But the board decided in 2022 to focus on Flynn Hall improvements and enhancements, should there be any identified. Gave Chris a call, and there's a concrete slab coming right off that nice ramp off the back deck that might be in need of repair, as well as some additional folding chairs. And I don't think we need to solve the problem tonight, but it's just kind of thinking, what else can we do to Flynn Hall? Whether that's internet and Wi-Fi capability. I don't know how often it's requested, but if nonprofits or civic organizations want to do like a brat fry in conjunction with a Packer game, All these TVs nowadays are smart, so you can connect it to the Wi-Fi, put a Packer badge game on there. You got a grill and a nice deck out back. So those are some things that, I'll just leave the board as well as those in attendance as a thought. The last item that I'll cover is 2021. We do have an annual requirement to have an annual meeting through the IRS being a 501c3. And we're hoping to have this more of a social brainstorming session. Invitations will be sent out once we're finalizing that. The date's going to be November 16th, 6:30 to 8:30 at the Oaks. And we're charging $25 because it is going to be a small fundraiser. And that $25 will include a drink chip as well as heavy hors d'oeuvres. We'll further brainstorm any ideas, not only for Flint Hall, but really the Cottagerow community as to what people in attendance would like to see the foundation raise funds for. And as mentioned, once we finalize the invitation, I'll make sure that the town board receives a copy of that. I'll email it over to Kim. We can give it to the board.
What time on the 16th?
6:30 to 8:30 p.m.
That's board of review, by the way.
Well, okay.
Yeah, we bounce it off of a number of schedules between deer hunting and this, that, and the other thing, kids, sports activities. Carrie, did I miss anything?
Thanks for having us tonight. One of the other topics that I think John has talked a lot about with our group as we've started to come together is how many other communities have a foundation. It was unusual for Cottage Grove to not have this structure and to be able to accept charitable gifts from some of our residents because there's tax benefits to them to be able to donate it in this way, but still be able to channel it into community improvements. So I like your chicken and egg thing. I mean, we know people might want to support things happening in the community and we need the structure for it, but we also need ideas about what it is that they want to support. So for tonight, I think we wanted to leave you with this idea that we exist, we're legit and legal. And now the next steps are to figure out what are the needs and how do we go about addressing those. And the $1,000 scholarship was great because it was sort of a test of all the parts. Like, can we take money in? Can we give money? Yes. So now we'd like to scale that up. And I think we're thinking on the order of somewhere between $15,000 and $20,000 to do some kinds of projects at Flint Hall. I mean, I had mentioned to John when I've taken my Girl Scout troop there, it's not always the kind of environment that little girls necessarily say, oh, this is a really fun place to go. So maybe lighting or different kinds of furniture, or just there might be things that you could think of that we could do to that space, since we don't have other kinds of community center type of options for meeting spaces that are free and open to community groups. The other thing that we talked about, and I've said more than once in our group, is wanting to have some iconic Cottage Grove things. You know, what can people get excited about that they see a picture of it and they go, oh, that's Cottage Grove. Some kind of gazebo or architectural thing, or the photo backdrop for your senior pictures, or just things, you know. I don't quite know that we're at the place that Rhinelander's at with having its own hodag, but there might be some kinds of things that we can start to do. And we've really focused very much on making sure it's community-wide, town and village. And we're just saying Cottage Grove. And I'm a town resident, and I know lots of you already, but we are thinking big about Cottage Grove and what could benefit everybody who lives here. Thanks for letting me talk. The airtime is great, but I'm going to stop there. And we're happy to take questions tonight too.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
I don't.
Okay.
Thanks again for having us. And
Thanks, John.
obviously, most of you have my number and know how to reach me. And
Yep.
And invitations will be coming out. And hopefully, we'll see some of you there.
Okay.
Great.
Kim, have we had any requests for internet access at Flint Hall from?
I wouldn't say we've had requests for it, but we've always had inquiries of whether it's there or not.
If it's there.
Yeah, so I imagine that, you know, some of the people that got that no answer might have gone elsewhere because of it.
So it's something that
We
we
could use some
consider.
of those ARPA funds for that. Can't we?
I don't know. I have to ask our treasurer.
I have to look into that.
Do something.
Yeah.
Carrie, your comments triggered a question for me, and I appreciate your comments, but you talked about that the environment at Flint Hall isn't necessarily something that the Scouts would love to go back, is very inviting. Brainstorm with them, ask them what they want. You know, let's talk about this so that we can work together with them. So
Thank you, I will. I have my troop meeting actually coming up this Sunday, the 27th, the 26th. And so it was the question of, besides my house, or we used to meet at one of the schools, where can we go that's a community place that, what would we like to see there? And I will be happy to do that. I happen to be around kids who always have no sense of how much things cost. So some of it will just be, you know, filling in what's it like and where could we go? Thank you for that. I will ask. And I think yesterday walking the dog, I did see another little Girl Scout troop sitting outside on the lawn. And I think one of the really nice features about Flynn Hall is it does have kind of an outside opportunity there as well, as we're looking at continuing to try to get together in spaces that people feel comfortable gathering, maybe well into the fall. So outdoor heaters or a fire pit or whatever. I mean, I think we're just at the point of thinking about what would people like to have and be able to use. I will ask. Thank you.
Okay.
And thanks for letting us come tonight. And find us on Facebook for all of you who might want to follow us on social media, because that's where we're also soliciting and getting into conversations with people for ideas.
Okay. Thank you both.
Thank you very much.
Next item, discuss and consider a request to post no parking signs on County BB near the Koshkinong Creek Bridge. And this was tabled from our August 30th meeting. Somewhere in here.
You do have the crash information that you asked for, and also a list of how many signs would be needed from the county.
Do you have an idea of the cost?
On the signs.
Yeah.
What, you know what? So it's,
Yeah, we just bought some yesterday.
24 signs run.
Wasn't there like a bill for $54?
We just bought 3 of them. I don't think the Decker's bills come yet, is it? Or did it come?
Put it in.
The latest?
There, I had a Decker one in there. Let me see.
Yeah, that was the last thing we purchased. There was 3 no parking signs. Remember right. I was gonna write it down.
Parking signs. Yep, that was $56.85.
The 3 of them?
I don't have the amount on here.
Yeah, there was
but that
3.
says no
That's how
parking.
many we got. That was for the cul-de-sac up here on Janelle.
You know, and would they be the 18 by 24s?
Yep, same thing, yep. So yeah, $56 for 3 of them, and they recommended, how many was it?
2, 4.
10? So you can triple that.
10?
That seems like a lot.
But they'll put them up, right?
I think they
All we
will.
have to do is buy the signs.
Mhm.
We're gonna just purchase them. I don't know what the county's cost is on them, if we provide them or if we can buy them through them. I imagine I can talk to,
Not Sean.
I'm trying to think, Dennis. Right, is it Dennis, Richards or is it Richard Dennis or something like that?
I don't know.
Otherwise Greg Peterson, I can talk to him too and he'll tell me who I need to talk to.
So by the letter from Jen, there's been from
3
our
crashes.
sheriff's 3 crashes, and she says there's not an issue there.
Yeah.
Well, that, I think the crashes are more by Baxter, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
not on the corner.
not on the bridge.
On the curve.
Yeah. I think there was 1 by American Way and 2 at Baxter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And that was,
they're intersection related.
yeah.
So if we put up no parking signs, will that cure the problem?
Well, I
Well,
think
let's put it this way, people are generally lazy. And if we got no parking signs, if we get them parking so far down that they don't want to haul all their stuff back up, you know, I mean, it's potential.
Or are people gonna ignore it like they ignore all the other signs?
Well, if they do ignore it and it's brought to our deputy's attention.
Yeah, I know that. I
Yeah,
understand.
I'm just saying, that's,
There's enough county cops that drive that way.
what's that?
There's enough county cops that drive that way.
Oh,
all
for
the
sure.
time.
That's true.
That is the eagle viewing area too.
The what?
Eagle viewing area where the lady likes to stop, take pictures and
Unless it's on the south side.
Yeah.
But you guys,
So,
but your actual problem is that they're going in there on your property,
yeah, they're trespassing.
you're trespassing.
Yes,
That's your big issue, right?
yes. And the eagle viewing, actually, people tend to be on Baxter Road back from the corner.
Yeah, I know the one guy takes pictures back there, but there's the one lady that likes to park right by the guardrail there. And then she gets over on the other side, kind of by the Pinto Palace.
Those are few enough where, here's a photograph that my daughter-in-law took of someone scoping out the area for hunting. And
If they trespass, you can actually get the DNR involved and
No.
they'll lose their hunting privileges.
it's, well, we've been
Well,
told
you
that,
call them first, right? And the DNR gets involved. And if they're hunting on your property illegally, that's a big fine.
yes. But I think the question is this a good place for a parking lot? Because that's what it's gonna be once the season starts. And if it is, then how will the safety of people traveling through there at highway speed? And Jerome Jansen would have really liked to be here tonight, but for several reasons, he was unable to. But as he mentioned last month, he's seen them just stacked up, as many as 12 cars and trucks on the road. And you can see where his attention is. He's thinking about hunting, the man walking along here. He's looking at his feet, he's not looking up, he's not looking at traffic. And that's going to be very typical of anybody who's interested in parking there.
You said that last bill is for 3 no parking signs?
Yeah.
So you gotta figure it's gonna be at least $160 for 10.
Or 175 something.
And then whatever they charge you to do it, I don't know what the county charges to put them up, but they're gonna have posts, a post fee.
I thought they said they would do the post, we just had to buy the signs.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Mm.
that was my recollections. They supplied the post and the labor, we had to provide the signs.
I move that we post no parking signs on County Road BB.
Second.
Motion by DePlace, second by Anders to post no parking signs on either side of the Koshkinong Bridge.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So as it was discussed last time, from American Way past, I can't think of the address, it's in the minutes here, but the house just past the crack on,
On the south side of BV.
yeah, 2095 or something like that.
Yeah. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. So yeah, you can check with the county, see if they'll order them or if we have to.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. And
We appreciate it. We've lived on off of Windchime Way since 1978. And the other thing that, to think about is the amount of traffic that goes through. Baxter Road was a real quiet little road until Cottagerow began to grow. And a lot of people live east of that intersection. And so they take it as a shortcut. And so there's a lot of things happening there that it just didn't happen 20 years ago. And a significant amount of traffic, and a lot of the drivers are brand new drivers, and we walk on the road a lot, and it's a different road to walk on now too. So thank you very much. We appreciate your support.
Okay. Next item is discuss the inquiry about leasing space behind the town hall for a cell tower. Do we have anyone on for that?
I think he wasn't going to be able to, but somebody else was going to for him, and I don't see him on there.
See that John,
That's John Welch.
yeah,
No, this John Birchfield was not going to be available.
okay.
Let me find the name of the person that was going to. Anyway, we can go ahead and start talking about it and see if I can figure out.
Well, I don't know, in looking at what they've given us, both of those X's appear to be on fire department land.
Yes.
It looks like perhaps you're right.
I had several questions about it anyway. First of all, this is, why do we want it there? And what would we, is there a part of this agreement who would deal with it when it's obsolete and no longer functioning? You know, who's going to?
The
The
counties,
county has a provision in their ordinance that they have
They
to
have to take it
have
down.
a bond or something for removal at the end of its
that's correct.
life.
Did you
And
want,
if it's something that the town decides that it wants, it's only the first baby step for,
Yeah,
I mean, because of co-location and how many providers that pole is capable of carrying, where the fall zone is, whether or not it's going to have on-site generating capabilities in the event of a power outage. I mean, I sat on the committee that helped craft the ordinance, and I mean, the list of stuff or preconditions that have to be met is quite substantial.
Yeah.
It's not just the idea of, yeah, we're gonna pour a pad back here and pole's gonna be up. It's far from that.
And are they leasing the land? Are they buying the land?
Typically, all of them are all leases.
yeah. And I guess I would want to see first off, what the lease is calling for. How long is it gonna run?
did you see the email from Bill Cole about this?
Yeah,
Yes.
And where he said that that's really something that he does a lot of, and how he
Right.
would suggest, to go forward if you were going to basically have them draw up the lease and send it to him, and he would negotiate.
Right.
But then also some concerns about the term and that kind of thing.
40 years, I don't see those that often. I mean, 'cause I kind of keep track of the ones that have gone on in the county just because, and hopefully they're typically 20 to 25 years.
Yeah, I like something like that better.
I mean, technology in 40 years, good Lord, I mean,
40 years.
we could be
ago, but
talking like they
10G.
do on Star Trek, where you just push a little button on your clothes and be talking with, whatever, it's.
So I don't know, it's really not on town property. Do we want to forward this to the
fire department.
fire committee?
What if he's just putting it on the land over here, the green space that's not being used?
I just see a whole can of worms if the village gets involved.
Their fall radius, if we go down that way, I don't know.
So that,
It's the same elevation. It's actually higher than right here where they want to put it behind the fire station. Higher ground. On the other side of the creek down here. When we go our gravel path down. Yeah, that's higher land than back here.
Yeah.
I
I just,
could see the village trying to
I
separate
can't
this
see anything good
in
coming
some
out of
kind of separate
having
account.
to negotiate anything with the village on. And plus the fact, if it's that close to wanting it on our property, if it's something that we want, we could use the money. I mean, it's a nice steady source of income, and that initial offer of $800 is very incidental don't get, I understand that, but
But it's $800 every month.
And
I would guess it would be quite a bit more than that.
So it's almost 60, almost, like almost $12,000.
and the blue mark can't be used, by the way. That's a drainage.
Ah,
So
I don't know
that's,
what the blue mark is. I took that the red mark was what they want.
yeah, the blue mark can't be, that's a drainage. They can't put anything in that area. That's all your drainage off your backside of your station there.
I mean, I guess I would tell them would be willing to talk, but if it's the red mark, it has to move to the north.
Correct.
You don't want to move just to the north, because wouldn't that, like where you've been talking about putting up a
Yeah.
building, where are you going to put your building? And you don't want that to be in the way of that.
Well, north of the
Soccer field,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
this way, if that would be acceptable, it would get it out of.
And I don't know if they've looked over our whole property, but I would imagine the transmission lines have something to do with where they want to put it to. They probably gotta be so far away, otherwise they're gonna get interference.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, we get interference in some of our stuff just because of the lines that are in there.
well, if they go straight north, it's not gonna be any closer.
No, they'll just be directly behind that substation.
Yeah,
we would want them to cover the costs for our attorney, as Bill identified in his message to us.
And what was
But
that?
we would want them to agree to cover the cost of our attorney.
for the new.
For the-
Oh, yeah, that's,
Review of the contracts.
Well, do you want to have them?
I mean, I would be willing to hear more from if they're willing to move it north. Up that way,
over yonder.
over yonder to the north of the drainage ditch.
Is that a motion? I would second it.
We don't have to take any action. We can just tell them that, this location doesn't work for us. It's not ours.
Come to the meeting.
Yeah. And then we would need more information as to what the agreement would look like and for how long. And is there a clause in there that in 5 years, the payment increases? Or is it flat for 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, whatever? How long of a period are they really looking for? Okay,
Yep, sounds good to me.
moving on then. Discuss and consider approval of the certified survey map for Vinnie Acres LLC, Dane County 11538 on Seagull Cow Road.
this is that lot that was previously approved. It's just the CSM for it. Lot 2 is the approved lot.
Yeah.
I'll move approval.
Motion by Williams, second by DePlay to approve petition number 11538 for the CSN for Vinnie Acres LLC on Seagull Cow Road. Any discussion on that motion?
Actually, the petition number is the rezone that it went with. So
Yeah.
what you want to approve is that office map number at the bottom of the second page there, 2000 or 200-108.
Okay, the
And
official map number,
yeah,
okay. That's all right with,
That's fine, yes.
okay. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. Next item is discuss and consider approval of certified survey map for Score LLC. Vicky Kraus. Dane County zoning petition was 11692 North Star Road and County N.
so that land in between, and they sold some of it to Capital Underground.
Yep. It's lot 2. Is there a motion?
I'll move approval.
Motion by Anders. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Duplay to approve the CSM number 200, 219.
Yep.
On the score property. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
I,
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. Next item, discuss, consider approval of the 2022 Deer Grove EMS budget. Has it passed the village yet? Oh, come
I
on.
don't know if they're gonna get to it before 10 p.m.
If they're gonna get to it, what?
I don't know if they're gonna get to it before 10 p.m. So I provided Kim a little bit of an overview document earlier today. I see everyone has it, so
Yep.
I made copies, and I guess I cut down an extra tree and didn't really need to. But what the document tells you is the differences in the budget from last year to this, with what budget lines we increased and what we decreased based off of what we believe expenses will be. So you all can read. If you have questions, go ahead and ask, and I'll answer them for you.
Eric, do you want to highlight for everyone the additional services that we're going to get for the 24% increase in wages? Because this is covering a service that we're expanding.
Right. So to give some additional perspective, I estimate, based off of calculation, that we'll finish the year with 1,183 calls for service at the pace we're currently on. And that we would, at a similar pace, not be able to respond to 96 calls for this year. With a simple 7% increase for 2022, that would put us at 1,265 calls. For the year, a 10% increase would be 1,301 calls. I can't give you a path on what our trending increase is because the years have been so weird, with last year being a little bit of a down year for COVID. But what the additional wages gets is an ambulance staffed 12 hours a day, every day of the year.
2 ambulances.
So an additional ambulance, correct. So you have your primary ambulance with full-time staff that's on 24 hours. Yeah, additional, I forgot an adjective, I apologize. So you would have effectively 1.5 ambulances, with the primary ambulance being staffed by full-time paramedics, the second ambulance being staffed by LTE paramedics. Of course, if we have a day that we couldn't find anyone on the staff, we have the ability to shift those hours to maybe a busier day that we can now have 24 hours of coverage in. So we have some flexibility and creativity statistically. If you look at the packet, we know that our busiest call times are roughly 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. With some days that are a little busier than others, but overall we're pretty static with numbers of calls per day. So while we don't expect that we're gonna ever be able to have enough resources to answer all calls for service unless we had 1,000 ambulances. We would hope that the 12 additional 12-hour ambulance will cover the majority of our missed calls.
And you said this year you're on pace to get 1,031 calls.
This year, 1,183 from 1,027 last year.
Questions? Motion.
I move approval.
Motion by Williams, second by Anders to approve the 2022 Deer Grove EMS budget. Discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. So we were the first ones to approve it.
Yep.
Save you a treat for the Village of Deerfield then.
I won't have to print for them.
Yeah.
I actually, the village meeting was posted as a hybrid meeting and it's actually not, but that's aside from the point, so.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Sure. Thanks for having me. Thank you for approving our budget.
And I'll stop in the morning.
Sounds good, unless Mandy doesn't stop tonight, and I'll let you know that.
Okay. Discuss and consider approval of the negotiated agreement relating to the third Roadfield landfill expansion. Did everybody read that page?
Oh, no.
Okay, well, I would ask you to table this because I need, in today's discussion with the county and John Walsh, the separate agreement that we have with the county that gave us that 50,000, that needs to be updated to show the 12% increase. And so I don't want to approve this without having that one with it. And I'm not sure when they'll give it to me, but I would like to table this until we have that and then approve both of them. So
Second.
motion by DePlace, second by Williams to table till we get the second agreement. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Discuss and consider approval of attendees for the Dane County Towns membership meeting on September 22nd. Not I, we have planned.
Yeah.
Are you going to
I am
go?
interested in attending, yes.
That'll be online from the privacy and comfort of your own home with your favorite beverage.
So then if you want to be,
Yes.
yeah, let me know.
I'd like to go to.
Nope.
I'll make the motion that we have to play and Williams attend the September 22nd DCTA membership meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Anders. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Public Works Department.
Hello. Well, road work got completed, so we've been shouldering until
How's the truck working?
truck's working good now. So we started shouldering the new blacktop stuff and Justin's truck number 1 was having a little issue. You'd shut it off, we couldn't get it started again. So we took it to International and it was there for a week. They thought they had it fixed and then they didn't because the
More problems.
next time we got it out, it had oil leak, had air leak, and it still wouldn't start. So we took it back to them and they've had it for roughly a week and a half. So it's been in the shop now for a good part of a month. It seems like, but they've pretty much replaced the whole top end of the motor. It's got a new turbo, got all new injectors, fuel rails, and it starts and runs good. so far. So we're gonna get out, work it hard tomorrow and see if it's good to go.
And this was all covered by warranty?
All under warranty yet, motor warranty. So that was like, I think that was
Is International still using their own motors yet?
this is, I believe a Cummins.
Cummins?
Yeah, that's what's in it. But yeah, it was all covered. I mean, he said from day one when we took it in, it'll be covered. So I don't think we bought an extended warranty on that truck. So
No,
I don't think we have on the last few.
no.
It's just, they're just not worth it. And then the manufacturers have such good warranties on them anyway. So I mean, it's an internal parts issue. It's not anything to do with, maintenance or anything like that. But so hopefully, yeah, it's good to go. And then we've been center striping as we can. We got Ridge Road all done, the chip seal road. We did Vilas today. It's turned out pretty good. We're still a little sketchy on keeping it straight and getting everything working properly. So it's gonna take a couple years to get the bugs worked out, but
He has plenty of empty 5-gallon buckets if anybody needs it.
yeah, we got more ordered coming. I didn't realize it was gonna take that much, but we got some long stretches this year, so. No, it's going good. And we've been mowing. I've been mowing first round on ditches again, just to keep that at bay. And knock on wood, I haven't seen a lot of poisonous parsnip come back, so
Right.
I don't know if it's just we've been on top of it, or if it's just been a dry year and they haven't been growing. But maybe that mowing it last year 3 times helped. And so far this year, I think if my calculations are right, we'll get over everything 4 times this year. So I think we're doing better on keeping that mowed down, and that bigger tractor helps. I mean, it covers more ground, and you can move a little faster. And this year with it being dry, it's been nice because we've been getting stuff mowed that we haven't mowed in 10 years. Like the pond over here, that's the first time I've mowed that far out since I've worked here in 8 years.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was gonna hit water there, and I never even got wet. So normally the tires show you water.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. Even the one right here, Hammond's Pond, that one I'm out the whole pass further than I thought I would. So that's all I have.
Clerk's office. How's redistricting?
Still waiting for the county.
They still haven't sent anything yet.
No, I think I forwarded an email last week that they're still looking for input. So I gave them some, but I don't think I'm gonna get what I want. But
Were you swearing or?
not yet.
Oh, okay. Life is good.
Yeah.
We'll see what kind of update the Tom Wilson, who's the administrator for the town of Westport, is on that committee representing the towns. And we'll see what kind of update he has for you guys that attend the meeting on Wednesday.
Yeah, I saw that on the agenda.
Okay, board reports and communications. Everybody saw the email from our friend Tom Willem. I replied to him and I think he's understands now.
Okay, I haven't been on it. When did it come in?
Friday? I think Friday afternoon.
No, I've been out
sometime.
of town, so I didn't see it. I'll have to take a look tonight.
He had heard that BB from Sprecher to Bus was going to become 4 lanes. And he was wondering why county won't talk to him about right away and everything. And I emailed him back and told him, no, it's only being resurfaced in 22. That was all. So then he called me this morning and I told him the same thing again.
Is that what Pam said? It's just getting resurfaced?
They didn't, nobody from the county responded to it.
Well, it's gonna be, they're gonna do some culverts.
Yeah, there's 4 culverts
For
that
sure,
are.
yeah, the one by my house for sure, Jesus. All rusted
But
out.
it's not going to 4 lanes.
Oh, God, no.
No.
I don't know where anybody would have got that.
I don't either. I mean, someday it probably will when
Oh,
Madison
yeah.
has it all.
Except for where it goes into the village. It'll get necked down to 2.
It's probably
Before it goes back into board.
It's probably coming from their 20-year plan that they put out a few years ago. Remember that? They had 4 lane on there all the way to Cottagerow.
Yeah.
But that's.
But like I said, they still gotta do that bridge.
That's coming, city's gonna, I saw a thing on that. 24, they're gonna knock the bridge out. So it's right now.
Again?
No, on BB.
That's the one I'm
Over
talking
the
about.
interstate.
Yeah.
That
Over the interstate at BB, just by the precinct,
That was such a
going into
mistake.
Madison over
It
the
was.
interstate.
It was.
So.
But that should have
that'll
been
be-
done anyway,
Yeah,
when they did that bridge the first time.
right.
Mhm.
It'll be a year.
Any other board reports, committee reports, emergency government?
Yeah, we got,
On tomorrow.
yeah, 2 o'clock tomorrow. We'll be talking about anything that we believe it would be some kind of a crisis. And I don't see anything much more than what we've had in the past, do you? Or
We just have to maybe develop
Yeah, we'll have
problem
to-
statements a little more in depth than what we have before.
I don't think there's anything
Yeah.
too big of a deal tomorrow, but,
Because what we have to
and
have that,
you can zoom into the meeting tomorrow.
Go to meeting, yeah.
Yeah,
and we have to have that report in first part of October. isn't
yeah,
it?
so we're fine.
That time.
Yeah.
I have the our winds meeting tomorrow at 1:30, so I'll be attending that. Deer Grove VMS Commission, budget was the big thing.
The budget's a big thing, and then Eric has communicated with people doing the study that every member on the EMS commission wants to be contacted and
You think they will contact you? We don't know.
We
You just
don't know.
asked.
We told them.
he sent
They
them a
contacted
message.
the village people.
Oh, yeah, really.
Yeah. They have contacted the village?
Yeah, that's what Troy and Sarah said. That they had talked to them.
That's
They
not
replied over the weekend indicating that you were next in line to be contacted.
to the village of Deerfield though,
No.
or us.
No,
No,
Interesting.
because that
No.
ain't made a point. So we'll see if they do. We'll let you know. Either way, we'll let you know. But he did send them an email with our contact information.
and we have a TA with the union. We're waiting for them to actually vote on it for the 4-year contract.
The other thing, we got more payments in the month of August than we've ever gotten before. Amazing miracle. Finally. The month before it was really low, so.
Yeah, we still got 100 and some thousand out there
Oh,
for
yes.
collection, but they'll get around to them sooner or later. I think that was, and no update on when the new ambulance is
No,
getting a chassis. So,
Move we adjourn.
motion by DePlay,
second.
second by Williams. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Did you guys order a new one?
Yes.
New chassis,
Yeah.
When you guys
Order a new chassis?
yeah.
When did you order it? Just out of curiosity. Hey, Eric, when did you order your new chassis?
Beginning of the year.
can you hear me first off?
Kind, Ford?
Dodge.
Dodge? That's weird.
Just
I
like-
ordered a new truck, the same chassis that they're putting on heavy duty this time. I've already got a VIN number and a production date on my truck, and I ordered it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no.
Can you guys hear me?
No.
Is he saying something?
Yeah, I think he was.
It's not muted on our end.
No. He's working hard. We're
I'm
done.
trying.
All in favor of adjournment, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Did we do that already?
Aye. Did it twice on the one.